Hello, and welcome to Horror and Monster Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at this life-size Amy bust from the original Fright Night movie. This was done by Matt McNiel from IntoFX. It was a run of only 20. It is a foam-filled latex bust with resin teeth, inner mouth, 4th Seal Studio eyes, a dress, ventilated hair, custom stand, and he even threw in this super awesome cross in the packaging, which I really like that addition. So let's go ahead and spin this around and take a closer look. So let's start with the face, and I guess the most prominent feature here with her is obviously the mouth. And speaking to that, he wanted to include the inner mouth as that's how Amanda looked when they shot it, and he wanted to stay true to that rather than create something that didn't exist by creating fantasy anatomy. And I really appreciate that. Let's look at the detailing on the teeth here. And all of the drool. I mean, he did just such a fantastic job. I'm really blown away by this. Go over here, the eyes. Now he also offers, these are 4th Seal Studio eyes, but he does offer, we're going to look at the veins in here too. He does offer pairing her eyes with simulate the contact lenses that Amanda used versus like the realistic 4th Seal Studio eyes. But I went with the 4th Seal Studio eyes just because for me they look better. But he did have that option of doing like the contacts that Amanda wore. The paint app on the makeup looks tremendous, as well as obviously the sculpt. Come up here through the hairline. Again, just more killer work from him. He did a really good job on the hair. And I really like the wig that he used. It's a nice high quality wig. And she looks absolutely fantastic with it. And we'll come down here, the dress. And again, he used a real dress and then cut it off and glued it up underneath here, which I like. To me, it adds more realism to it than just having material on there. I like that he takes the effort in buying an actual dress and then chopping it up for this. I mean, it just came out so good. It really did. Let's look at the base here. You can't see all of it because Amy is kind of covering it up. But, I mean, there's a really nice gloss on here. It's a wood base. Obviously, it has the Fright Night logo on here, and then he epoxied over it to add it a nice thick heavy gloss, and it's just finished out tremendously well. And that's kind of what you want on custom pieces like this. So many times they're just not finished underneath and it just looks incomplete and like it was kind of half-assed, but Matt did just such a fantastic job on her. Alright guys, so that's about all there is to go over on Amy here. I am so thrilled to have this. Going to Blockbuster as a kid, this was one of my favorite movies to rent. When I first stumbled across it, the cover drew me in and fascinated me, and she looked just like such a badass vampire, and after I rented it, I was hooked, and now I finally have that iconic look that was on the cover in my collection, and I'm just so glad that Matt decided to do this piece. and just killed it the way he did. Again, there was only a run of 20 here, but he is selling some unfinished blanks for people to finish out in case you missed out on this run. Me personally, like, I prefer to get custom pieces like this from the artist who sculpted it, as I feel like they typically finish out the pieces better. But there are some people who are finishing this Amy bust really well too. And Matt does incredible work. He's responsible for the amazing Evil Ed, who was also from Fright Night, and the Michael from Lost Boys that has graced some fellow collectors' collections. And those pieces just look stunning. I can't wait to get this in the room and all set up. He has offered advice for me to kind of like style the hair a bit more like Amanda wore it in the movie. I have not had a chance to do that yet. I kind of want to show you guys exactly how she comes. Again, I am so thrilled to have this, and I absolutely love it. I will leave you guys with some studio shots of her, obviously, like I always do. Hopefully you guys liked the original Fright Night as much as I do. I have rewatched it, obviously, throughout the years, and for me, it still holds up as a terrific movie. The remake that they did was, I didn't hate it. It was okay, but it was not as good as the original one to me. But it's still an enjoyable watch. I don't like hate seeing it when it's on. If I stumble across it, I still watch it. But nothing can beat the original Fright Night. It was just such an iconic movie, and like it just captures that perfect campy like 80s horror, practical special effects time period that just is untouchable to me. So hopefully you guys love this as much as I do too. As always, feel free to leave any questions or comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. And feel free to like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications for new videos. Until next time, I will see you guys later.